That's not a good way to start off a 9-game homestand. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Hot Stove Media. Jared happened last night's game between the Phillies and the Atlanta Braves as the Phillies lose 5-3 to the Braves as they drop the first game of this 3-game series. We need more situational hitting. And guys, before getting into this video, please subscribe if you haven't done yet. Please turn on the bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So the Phillies fall short last night. A game-tying solo home run from Kyle Schwarber. That really fired up the crowd. Of course, gave me a lot of hope. The game was tied. We're all knotted up at 3, and then Matt Olson hits his second home run of the ball game. Of course, then eventually the Phillies would go on to lose 5-3. So after we have just a great road trip, of course, not a very good series in the 2 games in Texas, but we take 4-5 for the Nationals, take 3-4 against the Padres, and we start off this 3-game series against the Braves in a very flat fashion. We don't really seem to play too well against the NL East opponents, except for the Nationals, right? Of course, the worst team in this division. We have really struggled against the Mets this year, and we really haven't really played that great against the Braves this year. And of course, the 5 games we have played against them, we are 2-3. As we get the scoring summary here in the top of the first inning, Travis d'Arnaud homers on a line drive to left center field, and it's 1-0 Atlanta. So Zach Wheeler surrenders a first inning home run. Travis d'Arnaud definitely one of the best catchers in all baseball. So already 11 home runs for him this year. It's just hard to believe. Of course, he has battled some injuries the past few seasons, but he's definitely all around as a very solid catcher, and he really seemed to resurrect his career in 2019 with the Tampa Bay Rays. He was designated for assignment with the New York Mets, and he had that really brief stint with the Dodgers, and he heads over to Tampa Bay Rays, and it seemed like his career just really started to take off when he arrived there. 1-0 Braves. And they pick it up here in the same inning. Matt Olson homers on a deep fly ball to right field. Definitely a powerful swing off of the Braves slugging first baseman. That was also his 11th home run of the season. Another solo shot, and the Braves now take a 2-0 lead. So after the loss of Freddie Freeman, the Braves go out and make a trade for Matt Olson of the Oakland Athletics. He's put up pretty decent numbers since arriving there. Of course, he kind of got off to a slow start, but he's definitely started to heat up recently for them. So another home run for the Braves. So now 2-0. All right, so Zach Wheeler ranked up the strikeouts in his last start against the Rangers. Just didn't get any run support. Isn't really off to the best start so far last night. Don't pick it up here in the bottom of the first inning. JT Realmuto singles on a sharp line drive to center field. Kyle Schwarber comes around to score, and the Phillies now cut the lead in half, now a 2-1 ball game. So Realmuto, finally collects a big hit, right? You don't really see it too often. This is a guy that doesn't really come through in the clutch. He doesn't really have, good situational hitting, but he was able to do it right there, right? He was able to do it right there. So, of course, the Phillies did leave 16 runners on base last night. So, talking about the situational hitting isn't there. We had our opportunities, opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to get something done. We continue to just forgo those opportunities. So we pick it up here in the top of the third inning. Travis d'Arnaud does it again as he singles on a ground ball to center field. Michael Harris Jr. comes around to score as it's now a 3-1 Braves lead. So they get that run right back. Travis d'Arnaud continues to kill this Phillies team. He seems to always, have our number. So a 3-1 Braves lead. Then we pick it up here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Odubel Herrera grounds out the second, and Didi Gregorius comes around to score as it's now a 3-2 ball game. So you know what? Odubel Herrera did what he needed to do right there, right? There's a runner at third after Didi Gregorius hit that triple down the left field line that had that really weird bounce. Marcell Ozuna did not play that very well, but certainly a weird bounce, and then we're able to hit the ball to the right side and get the job done. That's what you need to do. It's really nothing complicated. You just hit the ball to the right side. You hit a deep fly ball. It's really not that hard to get the job done. So it shouldn't be too much to ask for, as of course that does get the job done. So a 3-2 ball game. So the Phillies is down by 1. This is a very competitive game. We're in this game. We could have easily won this game if we just would have taken advantage of the opportunities we had. We pick it up here in the bottom of the 7th inning. June Kyle Schwarber is certainly something fun to watch as he homers on a deep fly ball to center field that goes into the bushes. His 22nd of the season. Of course, it had to be a solo shot, but I'm thankful he hit the ball over the wall at least. And the Phillies now tie it at 3. So we got to see a Schwarber bomb last night. A Schwarber bomb. So another home run off the bat of Kyle Schwarber. I mean, he just continues to stay hot. 286 average in the month of June, above 1,000 OPS. I mean, he's really seen the ball well right now, right? I mean, I love to see this, man. This is a guy that always heats up in the month of June. He always heats up in the month of June. Then we picking up here in the top of the 8th inning. Matt Olson does it again. As he homers on the drive to right center field. His 12th of the season, second of the night, and the Braves now take a 4-3 lead. Of course, that was off of Andrew Bellotti. And honestly, I'm not really going to go too hard on this bullpen. This bullpen had a great road trip, especially against the San Diego Padres. So I'm not really going to go too hard on this bullpen. This is when it comes down to the offense. We're not able to capitalize on opportunities. So we pick it up here in the top of the 9th inning. Brad Hand on the mound as he surrenders a double to Adam Duvall on a line drive to left field. Lando Arisa comes around to score as the Braves now take a 5-3 lead. And the Braves tagging another one. Nice insurance run for them. That was Duvall's 12th double of the season. And they going with that score. 5-3 as they win the first game of this 3-game series. And they are now just 4 back from the New York Mets. Kyle Schwarber out of the last spot only. And it was a big one. That line drive home run to center field. 22 home runs now. I guess I said average now sits at 220. This keeps going up and up and up. Slowly but surely. An 855 PS for Schwarbs, a 47 RBIs. He just continues to get better and better. 2 walks last night, continues to just consistently get on base. And Rhys Hoskins also collecting a knock last night, also drawing a walk. Average hits at 246. That's pretty much where it's going to even out to be. 792 OPS sits just below 100. And Nick Castellanos has a 4-hit day in San Diego on Sunday. He comes back out and has a hitless performance. Pretty much a summary of how his season has gone. A 683 OPS, a 248 average. I really wonder when this guy's really gonna truly get it going. And the home runs, in my opinion, have been the biggest disappointment of them all, right? Only 7 home runs on the year. He's homerless in the month of June. He only has 2 games left in the month of June to hit a home run. So he's going to have a homerless month of June if he does not get the job done. JT Muto also collected a knock last night, an RBI single, get a 2-1 ball game at that time. He also, K's 2 times, swinging at pitches he shouldn't be swinging at. And Diego Gregorius, that 1 knock last night, that line drive triple down the left field line that took that really weird hop. And of course, Zuna did not do a very good job at playing that ball. Nice hustle as he also draws a walk as well. On top of that, pretty decent night for him. Average sits at 264. 701 OPS. He's definitely had a down year. Not as bad as he had last year, though. And Odubel Pereira hit his performance last time. He was able to get the job done. That ground ball to the right side to score Didi, of course. So, that's what you have to do, right? Even when there's runner at third, listen to us. You just have to hit the ball to the right side, or you have to get the ball in the air, deep in the outfield somewhere, right? Just to get the job done. Fundamental baseball, he was able to do that. You don't really see that too much out of El Torito, but he was able to do it last night. And Anwilpo, 2 singles last night. He's got his average now up there. 263. He started to play better baseball. Of course, his defense has been very good over the past, month and a half. I loved how he hit those, 3 doubles in San Diego. Of course, he comes back out and hits 2 singles last night. Of course, that's not really going to help his swing advantage, but it's certainly going to help that average. And Bryson Stott, 2 knocks last night, 174 average now. Oh no, he's better than this, and we do need to see him play every day. Mickey Moniak, of course, who was, recalled after the Bryce Harper, breaking his left thumb. Of course, he goes 0 for 3 last night, and, of course, you're not really going to expect too much out of him. I think that was just a fluke in spring training. I think it's fair to say that was just a fluke. And, he's going against guys that probably wouldn't be in the big leagues anyway, and he has done nothing in his playing time up in the big leagues. 143 average, of course, he has, flashed a leather a little bit, but, not too much other than that. And, of course, the Phillies are looking at Andrew Benintendi of the Kansas City Royals as a possible trade acquisition because, honestly, this outfield has certainly been a disappointment in a lot of ways, especially center field. I don't understand why in the world Matt Viewing is not playing out there. I just don't understand it. Of course, he did come in late in the ball game, pinch hit, and of course he went down on strikes, but he should be starting out there. As hot as he's been, I don't care about the righty-lefty. He should be out there every single day. And Zach Wheeler, 6 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, all 3 are earned, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. He had that really, really rough first inning with allowing those 2 home runs, but he really, really settled down. Despite also allowing an RBI single to Travis Jono, of course, 2 former teammates, during their time with the New York Mets. It almost was like the start in Texas. honestly, didn't have the worst stuff last night, but unfortunately, he just ran into some trouble there. I'm not going to blame the loss on him. And of course, only 5 hits. He strikes out 8. In 6 1/3, he continues to rank up the strikeouts. ERA sits at 2.89. So I'm not mad at him at all. At times his stuff was still working last night. The fastball, the slider, he's able to, put it where he wanted to at times. Of course, a few times, especially on those 2 runs, he missed his spots, no question. Corey Knebel, 2/3 innings last night, coming in there in that 7th inning and getting the job done, striking out 1. And Andrew Blondy gets smacked with a loss as he allows that solo shot to Matt Olson. His ERA now sits at 3.65. It doesn't all go down to Andrew Blondy. It's not like it's all his fault. This offense needs to do a better job at situational hitting. Nick Castellanos, am I right? Brad Hand, who's been great this year, unfortunately allows RBI double to Duvall as his ERA now climbs to 2.31. But he's still been wonderful this year. I'm not going to, really, blame him too much. So that was, definitely a good insurance fund for the Braves, unfortunately. It's going to be very, very difficult to win the next 2 games, right? So I think we're probably going to lose 2 out of 3, unfortunately, which I just hate to see. I do believe the Braves are definitely the better team here, definitely more consistent. And their offense certainly is more consistent. At least they can actually get the job done. Runner scoring position, Kyle Wright on the mound tonight. He's been very good this year. 8-4 with a 3.18 ERA, going against Ranger Suarez. 6-4 with a 4.23 ERA. I'll be at the game this evening. Ranger Suarez, we need him to be more consistent, right? And he's another guy, not as much as like Kyle Gibson, but when he runs into some trouble, he gets very rattled easily, and he has a really hard time recovering. So another injury update, of course, Zach Eflin had to land a 15-day IL yesterday with a right knee bruise. To sound like, too harsh, but there's always something with this guy. That's definitely not going to help our strong rotation. Of course, Bryce Harper going to be out until mid-August. Of course, as he's going to have surgery today on that left fractured thumb. So we're going to be Harperless through most of the summer, which is just a bummer, man. I just hate the feeling. I put on a story yesterday. I said it's just the feeling of not seeing the guy in the line for another month and a half. It's just just not a good feeling. I'll just say it like that. I'll say it mildly. It's just not a good feeling. He's part of the reason why you watch the game, right? The star power. He's just a must-see TV, right? When Bryce Harper's in the lineup, even if he, doesn't have the best of nights, it's just watching that man play is something special, right? And that's why I've really missed seeing him even play right field. Of course, we got to see him play right field for like a week. The games just wasn't the same. Of course, I do like Nick Castellanos, when he singles to the crowd, how many outs there are. It's just not the same. We don't get to see the bow. We don't really get to see the throw in the third deck on the first inning throw, the warm-up throw. So, I do believe once he is back, in mid-August, I do believe that he probably will be back out there in right field. One good thing you can take out of this is that he gets to rest up that UCL, which has just been a problem for him all year. So now he's going to have a month and a half to really, really rest up that UCL. And one good thing is that the treatment he would usually get if he was playing, he's still going to get. And it's going to be resting. And that can really prove to really help that UCL. So that's one positive you could take out of that. So he's going to have time to rest up his body because honestly he's just been going at it a lot, right? He had that 2-game season last year, of course, where he pretty much played every day. Of course, that month of May wasn't too healthy for him as he missed about a total of 2 weeks non-consecutive with being on the 10-day IL, and of course he got hit in the wrist. Remember, he hit off his face and hit the wrist. But now he's going to have some time to relax his body a little bit, and now he's going to come back very, very refreshed when we're hopefully in the hunt of it in mid-August. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please turn on that notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section at Phillies Social Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at @BeyondSoMedia. Call or text 267-225-392. Email at PhilliesSocialMedia@gmail.com. Of course, the Phillies were able to claim Oscar Mercado off the waivers from the Cleveland Guardians. Of course, we all do remember Oscar Mercado from 2019. Remember, he had that series against us in September of that year. And he absolutely killed us. I think he at least 2 home runs off us. So guys, thanks for watching. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you. Let's go Phillies. I'll see you guys.